Hello everybody, this is Prometheus521, and I've decided that I'm not going to make this commentary too much of a whining session. I've taped it over a couple of different times. I didn't like how it sounded. I felt like I was whining a lot, and that's not what I should be doing. There are some many faulty things to this map and this game, but I'm not going to be talking about them. I'm going to be talking about the gameplay. The gameplay here is on Trailer Park, my first Resurgence video. I know, it's the newest map pack. Maybe some of you haven't played it yet. I doubt that because it's kind of been out for a while. Don't buy it if you're even a soft-core gamer at all, or even just kind of like playing for fun. Don't buy it. It's a lot of frustration, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I went off on this NoobTuber guy that I just killed. He was doing a lot of cross-map NoobTubing, and I didn't like that, and so I kind of dedicated my life in this game to killing him. But yeah, I was doing my rushing strategy, and my rushing strategy for a lot of maps is to keep my back to the walls or the edges of the map so that I know that no one can sneak around behind me. If they sneak around behind me, that's usually when I die. I'm pretty good. I'm not going to say I'm the best or even I get all the kills when this happens, but I'm pretty good about when it's a one-on-one engagement or even a one-on-two engagement face-to-face. I usually come out on top. I don't know if that's just like reflexes or something. I have been playing a lot of first-person shooter games for a while. I mean, that's just kind of my genre. So yeah, keep your back to the walls of the map and then let your situational awareness and reflexes take care of the rest. That's my biggest, I guess, pointer to you guys. The other thing that you can do to improve your gameplay, if you're really looking at it, is find a gun that really clicks with you. There are a couple in this game that I felt that were just like my gun and no one else can use them properly but me, because they just clicked with me like that, because I liked them the most. And I felt like in this game, I had one in kind of every category. I felt in the submachine guns, the UMP was the best for me, and I kind of felt that in the sniper rifles, the intervention was the best for me. And I know these are two really common guns in there, and maybe they click for you, maybe they don't. It's really up to you. Whatever gun feels comfortable for you, use that. In the light machine gun category, the RPD just is one of my top 3 favorite guns. It's very good, has a lot of ammo, has a lot of damage, doesn't lose any damage over range, which is really nice. So you can practically snipe people with a light machine gun. Let's see, in this assault rifle category, there are a couple that I really like. The AK-47's up there, obviously, because it's the level 70 gun. Once you get to level 70, you're like, ooh, AK. Everyone wants to use the AK because they have to work so hard to get the dang thing. The other one that I really liked is the SCAR, and I used to use that almost non-stop. And then once I started branching out a little bit, I discovered the TAR-21 with silencer. It has to have a silencer for some reason. Works pretty well for me, because I don't know, I feel like it has a lot of spray capability up close, so you can take out a lot of guys without having to worry about running out of ammo, as well as if you burst fire, you can do cross-map snipes with the thing. The thing is sick. It has nice damage, good spray capability, you know, all stuff that you're really looking for in the game, good range and all that. Plus, it doesn't take a lot of work to unlock. I'm not gonna say it's one of the first guns you get, but it's a good one, and it comes fairly early. So if you guys are looking for a new gun to try out and you haven't done it yet, use the TAR-21 with silencer though. Without silencer, it's not all that great. Yeah, so those are just like my pointers to you. Keep your back to the map and use the map's edge. Keep your back to the map's edge and use a gun that you're comfortable with. And if you're doing a rushing strategy like me, I really heavily suggest a silencer, because when I rush, I have the sort of mindset that I want to get in their spawn, and I don't want them to know that I'm there. I kind of rush then camp. I want to get back there, and then when they don't know I'm there, I want to kill them as they're coming through their spawn. Sometimes this, if you're too slow about it or you're too aggressive about it, it can work out two very different ways. One is if you're too slow and you're not getting a lot of kills back there, you'll switch the spawn, and so your teammates will start spawning around you instead of the enemy starting to spawn around you, and that's not what you want when you're trying to get kills. The other thing that'll happen if you're too quick about it is you'll start killing a whole bunch of them, and then you'll get yourself killed because you're just firing bullets everywhere and everyone sees you, and it's just not good that way. So you kind of have to find somewhere in between. Enough kills silently enough, I suggest a silencer, so that they'll come looking for you because they know you're in their spawn, and when they come looking for you, they keep in that spawn area, which means your guys won't spawn in there, and you'll be the only one in your team in there, so you can have all the kills. That way, they come to you, and you get your kills, and if you're good about it, you won't die. And the other thing that I suggest when you're doing the spawn camp strategy like I'm describing is you have to keep moving, but you also got to move at the right time. You have everything in moderation, like I'm kind of the same. You got to get back there, and then you got to get a couple of kills, 1, 2, maybe 3. I usually move at 2, and then you move to a near spot where if they come around the corner looking for you again and they look at you or look where you just were, you won't be right where you just were, but you'll be able to get them as they're coming back for you. That's the best way to do the spawn camp. Those are all of the tips, tricks, and things I can offer you for the spawn camping rush. Yeah, other than that, I guess I could go on my Resurgence rant I've been planning on doing. This map, wasn't a big fan of this map. I feel like it's, light machine guns and shotguns and things that can cause giant, just massive amounts of kills in one when they're all bottlenecked. Sorry, I'm not making sense here. Let me start over. In Park, it's very narrow corners, and it feels like you come around these corners a lot with teammates just because of the small and long, narrow nature of the map. And I feel like those situations are often taken advantage of by the other team, and probably even my team. I've probably taken advantage of them, where when they're all in that situation, you tend to just like mow them down and get massive amounts of kills. And I feel like the map designers, it's not their job to create a map where you get ridiculous amount of kills in short periods of time for like good players or cheap players, depending on how you want to look at it. But I feel like it's their job to create a map that's fun and evenly balanced, where people can't camp, where no weapon has a giant advantage, and where like it's just hard to noob tube and shotgun and create giant Charlie Foxtrot situations when people are coming around corners. I feel like those things should all be left out of maps. I feel like it should be more skills-based oriented and not how well you can hide in a corner, or I don't know, how well you can predict spawn so that you can noob tube it across the map. I feel like spawn tubing situations, they should put a crane up or something so that it's hard to do that, or test out different spawn tubes or release a beta so that people can test out the spawn tubes and so that they can be patched over or stopped. Overall, most of the maps in Call of Duty aren't all that bad. Resurgence wasn't that great. Bailout, the Bailout pack, or the Stimulus pack, whatever they called it, it was alright. It was better than Resurgence, I thought. So yeah, anyway, my name is Prometheus521. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It helps people find my channel, and then I get more subscribers, and then you get happier because I can create better videos. Anyway, good night.